Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. Welcome to part 2 of Card on Blue. Hey, that rhymes. We are still working on circle sayings this month in the Paper Chef's Card Club. We're going to create 4 different cards using the Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper. Just a refresher. I'm going to lay these down so you can see them better because of my camera angle. Just a refresher, we've already done part 1 of Card on Blue. And this month's card club was the inaugural. Founding members joined my card club. This was what we created. We used the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. This paper was so popular that we ran out of it yesterday. I'm probably thinking I know they're gonna come back with some more. But we had a free shipping day yesterday at Stampin' Up, and people went crazy over this stuff. Probably because it coordinated with this month's paper pumpkin kit as well. So we created these cards using circle sayings and the Countryside Inn. So if you missed that video, check it out. I give you the measurements. My people, meaning my card club members, they had the die cut shapes. This is from Stylish Shapes Dies. They had the embossed pieces. They were given ribbon, embellishments, all that good stuff. So if you want a lot of preparation done for you, then please join Card on Blue. You can join at the link in the description where it says Paper Chef's Offerings. Let me put these back. Now, I used to try to put specific links in the description, and it got to be too much. So now I keep track of this one site. It's my link page, and it has all my links on it. So now I have to keep up with one place, and I can put it in the video, and you can see it. Well, that's what the circle sayings look like. You didn't need to get the punch, but it's great if you have the 2 1/8 inch circle punch too. But I gave you all the shapes that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out. We are using shapes from... Let's see. How do I keep forgetting the name of this? Handmade tag? I know I keep calling it the handmade tag punch, and it's called something else. Oh, I know what the name. This is called decorative circle punch. So that's what we're using today. Decorative circle punch. Let me get rid of this catalog for a moment. Oh, by the way, if you like, I won't get rid of it yet. There's my website. If you'd like to order anything I'm sharing tonight, paperchef.stampinup.net. If you want to order next month's card club stamp set, that's going to be called Bird's Eye View. Anywho, Bird's Eye View. I'll show you those later if we have time. All right, so I'm just getting out a bunch of circles. So I have some extras. All righty. That'll look good. That'll look good. Some of these are darker than others. Okay, I use plain very vanilla, meaning very vanilla cardstock, the regular kind. But then for the card base, we're using thick. So as I'm just chatting along, I'm going to build these cards for you. And then I'll write down the measurements later. So just to save time, I cut out all the pieces we need. So regardless of which card you're making, whether you're using the Calypso Coral card base, right, like that's vertical, or whether you're using the thick, very vanilla card base, you're still going to be making A2 cards. And we're still going to be attaching the paper the same way. See, so we're going to attach that piece. I'm just kind of building these up. Oh, I'm holding it in my hand. That piece there. And then the very vanilla, we're going to attach that piece. And one of these. Okay, so I'm building up the cards. I'm going to do this as I'm talking to you. And then you're going to, I'll let you look at those. So this is all the same so far. Then we have this piece. Where'd it go? Like this. This piece is going to go with that one. Like so. So be sure to cut it horizontally. And then this one, okay, we need to stamp this one. We can't attach it yet. We're going to stamp that one. We can't attach it yet. We need the one with the little flowers. I know I cut them all. Maybe not. So maybe we have to cut one more. All right, oh, wait, here it is. So we need this one over here. So I can start gluing. I can glue away or use rolling adhesive, whichever you want. I'm having fun. It's my anniversary. So today my husband and I celebrated 22 years. He's already in bed now. And I'm the night owl. 22 years of marriage. We went out and had some Thai food. That's our favorite. Well, he had some sort of Japanese Thai mix, and I had Thai food. Awesome. We were married in Bali, Indonesia, 22 years ago. That's our happy place. We've been there many times. and still have many friends there. And that's definitely on my bucket list to go back there. Even though I'm no longer living in the Pacific. I used to live in Guam. It used to be very easy to travel there, but now much harder. So that is what I was up to today. And then my mom, bless her heart, she's 91. She's so awesome. She made us a chocolate cake with chocolate icing. And she also made, that was this afternoon. This morning, I should have mentioned this morning. This morning, she made us chocolate chip cookies. Oh my goodness, they're so good. And so we ate the chocolate chip cookies. I had my coffee. We did errands. Like, I did some crafting this afternoon, but then he did some stuff around the house. And then we went out to eat. Of course, did my post office run because I had a host code prize drawing. So I had to mail some prizes and things. Did our post office run, went to eat Thai food, picked up my mom's prescription, came back. She had a chocolate cake. She made us a chocolate cake and invited the neighbors over. So we had chocolate cake with our neighbors, which was great. I'm very happy they came over and celebrated with us. So far, these back pieces are all the same. And then the next layer is all the same, except some we stamp first, some we don't. So like so far, except for the cards have a different orientation. Why am I using all different papers? Oh, anyway, that was the end of my story. I sometimes leave you guys hanging. There wasn't really a story. It was just that my mom made us a cake. And the neighbors came over and celebrated with us. And then okay, so then the neighbors leave. Hubby goes to bed. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because, you can't, like, leave someone on your anniversary, right? To go craft in your she shed. So I was like, after he went to bed, and I was like, okay, tuck them all in. And then I was like, I'm coming out to craft. Let's see. Putting that one. Looking for that piece. Yes, that one goes on there. He actually doesn't mind. He's used to my quirky ways. So if you ever see me on here really late, it's because I'm a night owl. I get my energy, my creativity flows much better at night. And so sometimes I create something and then I come on and I go, I have to show my crafty friends what I just created. That's when I actually make it and then show you. This time I made these a long time ago, but sometimes I can only go live at night if creativity flows. But also sometimes I have to wait, like on weekends when I get to spend time with my hubby, I can't come online until after he goes to bed. All right, so far we got a lot done. And now we just need to show you these measurements. So I'll go ahead and get a piece of paper. Now, I know that not everybody joins the Cardon Blue, so everybody, let me see. By the way, these are, if you're getting stuff ready, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need Calypso Coral ink, Crushed Curry ink, and Lost Lagoon ink. These are coordinating colors. And I pulled these out to show you some Inks Botanicals Designer Series paper. It's a pack of 48 sheets. So that's why I'm using so many different patterns. Now, typically, you're going to get a lot of Designer Series paper in my Cardon Blue kits. You're going to get more than enough to make 2 of each card. But sometimes you can't make the exact card because sometimes I'm going to give you paper that has 24 patterns, but 12 sheets, and you don't have 2 of the same exact sheet. And that was the case with this paper because it comes in a 6x6 pack. Therefore, you ended up making 4 different cards like this. Whereas the other set, when I gave you the Countryside in paper, you made 2 different cards with the same design. So you're going to be making 8 cards a month in my Cardon Blue Club, which is a great deal. Like I said, lots of pieces. I'm just hoping to get more members. We just started because the preparation work, it's a lot of preparation work for just like, a dozen people. But then like if you get 24, say you get 24 members, right? Then it's not double the work. It's maybe like a third more work. It's double the supplies, but like a third more work. So it's, in other words, I really hope to grow my club and have something like consistent in my business. That's what I'm hoping for. So I started a card club, and I think it's just a fun thing to do simple cards each month with a lot of preparation done for you. So we're going to say very vanilla. This is going to be the very vanilla cards. Both of these are going to be the same. And I'm going to make sure I say thick because when you make the card base, it has to be thick. And then there's a line down the middle, and this is going to be the one with the Calypso Coral. C-A-L-Y-P-S. I have to spell something. That's Calypso Coral. All right, so we're going to open this up to give you a visual, right? You open it up, A2 card, and so I'm just going to draw it like this. where it's 8.5 long, right? 8.5 width, and then 5.5 height. Okay, and then you're going to score. I'll just put 4.25. Score. I'll put the score in the inside. Score at. All right, now for this one though, these cards are going to be longer. So these Calypso Coral cards are going to still be A2 cards, but you're going to open them up. So I'll just draw it longer. And I'll draw it thinner so you can kind of get the idea. And so that's 11 inches by 4.25 high. And where do we score? At 5.5. Score at 5.5. All right, so far so good. Everything's the same, except the cards have a different orientation. These cards are vertical. These cards are horizontal. Sometimes we call these, what do we call it? I think like sometimes people say hot dog and hamburger. I don't know. I don't think they look anything like that. So we'll just go with this. We'll just go with the first one. So both of them are going to have these, they're both going to have these same 2 layers. Like both cards are exactly the same with the DSP. So I'll just write it once, and then I'll just kind of point out to the side. So, right? So it's going to be the same for both. Well, actually, I'll write it twice, just so we have it. Okay, so it's going to be 5.25. 5.25 by 4. I'm going to write it both times. And then this is going to be 5 inches by 3.75. So because I give you so much extra paper, you do have to cut the paper yourself in my kit, because I'm not going to cut all the little pieces for you, because that way you get extra paper. You get your whole 12 sheets and you can cut these yourself. That's why I'm giving you the measurements. Now everything's the same so far. Although this is a different orientation of the card, these are the same so far. Now, then this is going to be the same so far. Like, watch. Just so you can see. This is the same as this. It's just that this is an embossed piece. So you're following? We're using the same design. And then we have a different little strip of paper. Like, this is just a little bit different strip size. So now I'm just going to take these two and compare these two so you can see it. They're both made like this, the same exact way. And this was cut for you and embossed for you. So we have this little piece, and this is called Lost Lagoon. This is the color, Lost Lagoon, because it's one of the coordinating colors. And then this is just going to be DSP, but it's going to be the same. All right, let me move this up. And did I forget? I think I forgot. Let me see. I think it's 2.25 by 3.5. Let's see if I forgot or if I remember. 2.25 by 3.5. I made so many of these for one of my swaps. I should have this memorized by now. Okay, 3.5. Let's write it down quick. 3.5 by 2.25. Same over here. All right, you can take your screenshot in a minute. This is going to be embossed. This piece, it was embossed for you, and you're going to emboss it. If you don't have it, if you didn't join my card club, you don't have it embossed for you. You're going to emboss it using the Basics 3D embossing folders. I love these. This is an online exclusive item, and this is a great thing to put in your starter kit if you don't already have ideas for what to put in your starter kit this month with our special. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I use these all the time. And then this piece is not embossed, of course. We have the same thing. Now, the only difference now, this one's going to be a little different. This little strip that you put across, it's a little different on each of these, where this one's a little bit higher, a little bit taller. And so let me just show you those. And then, by the way, this is the same exact design as this. So don't get confused when I'm doing card making. Look, boom, same exact design, right? Look at that. Same exact design. So this strip that I'm telling you about is 1 inch high on this side, on my very vanilla side, and it's only 3/4 inch high on these two cards, which are exactly the same. Right? 3/4 inch high. That's the only difference. See that strip? A little bit shorter. All right, so that's it. And then we'll add the ribbons if we want later. We don't even need to get to all that. And it's going to be the same width as this one. So 3.75. 3.75. All right. So there we go. Take a screenshot. The rest is all just eye candy. It's called embellishments. We got bling. We have a little banner across the middle, which we're going to make by hand with angling with our scissors. We have some bling. We might have some ribbons. You don't need all that stuff. You can use the ribbons. You can use this is called Pool Party sheer ribbon and petal pink ribbon. It came in your Cardon Blue kits. Let's see if I've opened one already. Here's one that's open. Here's one that's here. We'll use the petal pink that's already open on here. So you have lots of stuff that I put in your kits, and go ahead and pull that fun stuff out because we use the Night of Navy in our other cards, the Night of Navy ribbon, and now we're going to go ahead and use the petal pink. And sometimes I like to do this. My mom wraps these really tight. She's my assistant, and she's awesome. She always wraps my ribbons for me, but sometimes she wraps them really tight, and they get like a little, you could see the little bends on them, but you just either put them in the humidity, which they'll be gone. The bends will be gone soon, or just do this. Or add a little, like you could actually add a little water to them and get rid of those wrinkles. Or, iron your ribbon if you're really anal retentive, right? Could iron your ribbon. Anyway, screenshot. All right, where was it? Now we got to do some stamping. Let me get that out of the way. Let's start with some Calypso Coral. Now, I'm going to cover this up, so I hope you took your screenshot. I'm going to put this, I have to do my stamping in here. We need the room here. We'll let you see it again later, probably. So we're going to put this piece of paper. Oh, not that one. We're going to take the one with the dots, right? And we're going to do this to it. We're going to get the little shells and put the little shells around it using the circle sayings. I tried to give you a good variety in these cards, a good variety of different things you could do with the cards. And so every card is different. Always do your stamp first on your paper before you do it on your DSP, so make sure you have a good stamped image. So we're just going to go ahead and do that around the corners. Hold it there for a few seconds. Flip it, do it again. It's just kind of framing your image. It looks kind of cute, right? Okay, and that's why I couldn't attach it to the card right away, because it needed to be framed. So here's the card I'm attaching it to. So we're going to put that stamp over there, and we're going to grab the little piece that has this horizontal grain to it. See that little horizontal grain? It's a piece of Lost Lagoon. DSP. And again, you can mix and match these. And by the way, you have so much extra DSP, so just keep on making cards with your kit until you run out of paper. And just stamp a whole bunch of extra stuff. I even gave you a bunch of extra circles to stamp. Maybe enough to make at least 10 cards instead of 8, because I give you a few extra circles in case you mess up. Because did you ever go to a workshop, and card making workshop, and you're like, you messed up the stamp and you can't even move on. You're like, I can't even move on. I can't finish my card because I messed up my stamp. And you flip it over and you mess up the other side too. Well, I didn't want that to happen to you. I wanted to make sure you had a couple extra circles so you can move on. Move on. Let's make sure, double check that you're opening it that way, vertically. And then attach this piece of paper. Turn it over, give it a good rub. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. Now we're going to find the Pool Party ribbon. This is called Pool Party sheer ribbon. I'm just going to cut some at an angle here. Oops. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. And a little bit at this angle. I just want them both to be at the same angle. It's easier, I find, to cut 2 pieces of ribbon at once. Oh, wait, I think I put the other paper down first. So we're putting this one down first and then the ribbon. I think originally I had the paper a little bit wider, but then the measurements weren't even, so I'm just making it. I made this paper, it used to be a little bit bigger, but now I'm making it a little smaller. So we might touch the shells, which is fine. So if you don't want to touch the shells with your paper, you could make this paper like 1/8 of an inch wider, and you might not touch the shells. But I thought it would be easier to give you these measurements, 1/4 inch marks. Okay, now we're going to put that on there. So now we're going to put this behind the ribbon. I mean, not the ribbon, behind the sentiment. Okay. Just an extra layer there. I think it needs to be a little bit shorter. Cotton ribbon sometimes is hard to cut, so then it's like, sometimes I just fray it because it's easier to fray than it is to keep it straight. Okay, good. And now we're going to put this. Well, we can fix it up once we put the circle. Now we need the smaller circle, Warm Hello, and Lost Lagoon. So let's do the Lost Lagoon first. So we need that little, this little sun ray. I think I off-stamped it, so it's a little bit lighter. Oh, no, I didn't. I did use Lost Lagoon. I put it on its side. I just thought it looked cute on the side. All right, that one didn't really come out, so I'm just going to flip it over. It had a little extra blob of ink. So even though I tested it on there, I didn't see that extra blob of ink. But that's why I said I give you extra circles. Something is with that little blob. Let me see if it's the ink pad. Okay, that one's better. Love when that happens. Love when it comes out nice. Just getting some baby wipes here. All right, got the baby wipes. Now let's get the warm hello. Now you could use sending you a warm hello if you want to do all that business, right? But I thought it was fine if just by putting warm hello. So do whatever you want. I mean, it's a warm hello, but there is something on here sending you a warm hello. Then you would need a bigger circle. Yada, yada, yada. And I think this circle is a cute circle. So I'm putting it like that. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Pop it up with dimensionals and we're done. Card number 1. We'll add all the bling. We'll add all the bling at once at the end. Pull out where you want to use your champagne rhinestone jewels. They were something that was on clearance and you had, I don't think they're available anymore on clearance. There's hardly any bling on clearance anymore. But you can use your rhinestone jewels. They came in your card on blue kit. That's the other thing. You're going to get some exclusive things you can even find anymore sometimes in your kit that yours truly has hoarded for you. All right, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. An easy peasy card that has a lot of effort to it. Lots of fun. Now let's finish this one. For this one, we're going to take the rays. We're going to get our baby wipe. Wipe off the Lost Lagoon. And we're going to do what's called tone-on-tone stamping. I think there's still some Lost Lagoon on here. Sometimes it's easier to, even though I wiped it with the baby wipe, it's like, sometimes it's easier to clean with your hand. So we're going to get Crush Carry and put it on top of Crush Carry. Yes, it's an old ink pad. I know. I only bought one new ink pad recently, and it was pretty peacock. That's all I bought recently. I know I need a lot more ink pads. I need to make a bigger wish list and go through them all. I'm just putting little rays up here, around the sides here. Okay, I just thought that kind of looked cute with the little. See, little bit of extra stuff on there, and then let me see if it's the same size circle. It is. So we need. I'm just grabbing a smaller circle, and this time we're going to put the Crush Carry on top of the thank you, like a little crown. Ooh, I love it, love it. I'm going to put the Crush Carry away for a second and grab out the Lost Lagoon for the thank you message. We'll put this, go over here, and we'll grab thank you out of there. Pop it on. Tap, tap, tap. Test it on the mat. If you're not getting good results, your ink pad could be too juicy. You know, let me just keep Let me keep this away for a second. That way I don't mess up that extra ink. Yeah, it tends to be really juicy, and then it ends up, this one kind of comes out funny if it's your ink pad's really juicy. So, you know, check that out if that's your problem, if you're having. Oh, you guys see my AirTag link? You guys are talking about my AirTags. That link has been in there since I went on my trip, and I was telling you guys about my AirTags when I got back. They're so awesome. I could track my luggage and all that. So I still kept the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, and I never got rid of it. I meant to, like, put different kinds of affiliate links. Anywho, yeah, it's awesome. The Apple lets you, like, the Apple has so many cool apps that are just built into the phone. Like, I've been using the heck out of that to-do list. Do you guys use that? Like, for all these kits, I can't keep it straight. I go inside to go watch my show at night, and I'm like, what was I supposed to do again? I forgot. And I was like, oh, I was going to cut the embellishments tonight. That was what I was going to do. So, like, I have my to-do list, and I can just get rid of the things as I'm done, and I even have different colors for my different to-do list. Like, my Cardon Blue to-do list is blue, right? And then my other colors, my other to-do lists are different colors. All right, we were going to finish this card. We know we did the base. Here we go. So we did this. And now we're going to do this. And then I know I have all the pieces here. The other piece, here we go. One of these. Ba-boom. We need the other little strip that goes, the grain goes the other way. So I have all these, like, pieces with see how, like, the grain goes up and down on this piece of Las Laguna, as opposed to, see how it goes horizontal on that piece? It doesn't really matter, but there's just little details. I put that one across the back like that. And you'll see, like, my style is, you know, kind of, I do a lot of things the same way over and over. It's kind of like when you have a habit and you know, like any habit, brushing your teeth, you do things like subconsciously. Well, that's kind of with card making. If you just form card making habits, see how the grain goes the same way? I just thought that was neat. This one went opposite on that one, but I like how it goes the same way. And when you just do things, then it makes like, it's effortless to do. If you just do a lot of things the same way, then you can be more creative, because some things are effortless, and then you can put all your effort into, like, making the things that are different have the effort. So when I try a new card fold or something, I don't have to, I already know I want to, like, use a DSP layer, break it up with another smaller layer, do this and that, 1/4-inch layers or 1/8-inch layers. And then I just have to go, I have to worry about the fold. I don't have to worry about all these other things because they're just second nature. Okay, I will say hi to you guys right after I do these two cards, finish the second card, and then, like I said, we're adding the bling at the end. I'm just going to put a little ribbon on this card. You'll always get a little ribbon in your kit and stuff like that, you know, ribbon or embellishments or something to use for your projects. And sometimes the ribbon will be retired. Like in this case, this ribbon coordinated, so I thought it'd be fun to use it. Like it just looked like very similar. It just would match. And the sheer ribbon kind of takes on the color of whatever you're working on. Just center that a little bit. The reason I use the rolling adhesive instead of the glue is it's easier to center. I mean, you can use glue for this smaller piece, maybe, but for the sheer pool party, it was easier to center without the glue. Oh, now my glue decides not to come out. It's nice to use glue because it's more forgiving. You can kind of wiggle your ribbons around. All right, we're popping up. Where'd it go? The thank you with dimensionals. Sometimes it's easier to put the dimensionals on there rather than on the back of that thing, because then you make sure they're not going to touch your ribbon and get your design all lumpy. So you can put the dimensionals like that and then touch them to make sure you got the backings off, and then put this down. Flip it over. Push. That way you're not smearing your ink. All right, card number 2 is done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And now we're going to get into the last 2. And we'll add the bling later. We are going to make this one and this one. So hello, Phil from Florida. Thank you. I'm glad you like the cards. I designed them a while back, and I'm just had to make sure I get all the measurements right before this video together. All right, Janet's watching my videos, but hasn't had time to create, so I know you're going to catch up, Janet, because I see you posting in our group all the time. Thank you, Kathy from Backyard Stamper. Hello, Hilda. She's working on her March paper pumpkin. Oh, yeah. That's okay. You're never behind because it doesn't matter. Thank you for the anniversary wishes, you guys. Janet and Kathy. Yeah, I know my mom is amazing, isn't she? Oh, Lisa's first time catching me live. Thank you, Anna from Victoria, Australia. Linda from Stamp, Cut, and Create. Hello, Lynn. As I'm talking to you, I'm just going to be attaching these little pieces. Right? Like so. I'm just going to be attaching some pieces with glue. I'm gonna use, you can use like any of these. Basically, when I'm using the crushed curry pieces, they can be interchangeable. Like I kind of like that one this time. And that one I like on that one because of the little dots. So you're just kind of using these little strips that are 1 inch by 3 3/4. That's all you're doing. That was a heck of a lot of glue. Probably don't use that much glue because then it starts getting lumpy in your card. But the nice thing about glue, if you do have your strips pre-cut, is the glue lets you wiggle them a little bit to get them in place. Whereas if you use like rolling adhesive, like your Seal Plus, you can't. It's like all of a sudden it's like concrete. You're like, oh no, I can't move my items. So you see, even though one of these cards is going to be vertical, now this one's a little bit too long. So before I adhere it, what I'm going to do is just, maybe that one is not too long. I just need to trim a smidgen off. And hopefully I don't get glue on my snips. That's why I don't like to pre-cut them. I was just doing it to save time for the video. I actually like to cut them. I like to overcut them. So what I would normally do is put the strip over the edge, line up one side, glue it on, and then I would turn it over and cut the other side. And then I always have the right size, because when you cut them ahead of time, there's just sometimes they're a smidgen too short or too long. It was better to be too long in this case than too short. All right, now we still need the glue because we're going to do the Lost Lagoon pieces. Thank you, Mary, for your... What pack did Lost Lagoon come from? No, the same pack. The same as my title, guys. This is the title of the video was Circle Sayings and Inked Botanicals. This is Inked Botanicals. So this is where the Lost Lagoon little strips come from, and the crushed curry strips and clips of coral, blah, blah, blah. But the Lost Lagoon pieces, they came from, I embossed them. That's actually Lost Lagoon cardstock that I embossed with the 3D embossing folder. So I hope that answered your question. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, so Lynn asked the question about where did the Lost Lagoon come from? Right? That's where it came from. I gave it to you in your kit. So 101 reasons why to join the Card on Blue kit. And I have, lots of, well, I already have next ones designed, next month's, and I can show them to you. But then the month after that, I think I'm going to do the turtle, or maybe the month after that, because I know I need to have, like, we're going to keep on using these sentiments for a while, but I also need to use some card club things with sentiments. I'm looking for which one I'm going to be using on this. Yeah, it's that. We need the big circles. Looking for the other piece of Lost Lagoon. Here it is. To adhere onto there. Now, you see how there's a flat side after you emboss? I'm using the raised side there, and I'm putting the glue on the flat side. I just find that's easier to adhere to cards when you put the flat side down. All right, now we're going to do some stamping for the cupcake. So this one's going to be a birthday card, and it's going to go like that. It's still the same card, but it's going to open that way, and it's going to be a birthday card. And then this one's going to be thinking of you today. So both of these need Calypso Coral and, let's see, Calypso Coral first. We'll do the Calypso Coral first, because if we mess up, then we have lots of options, right? We can not have to do the middle part. So we'll just do a couple of these. We'll put that in there. I don't want to mess up, but I'm just grabbing extra circles in case I do, right? We're going to grab, oh, that's sending you. We're going to do Thinking of You. Put that on a stamping block. Calypso Coral. Now, if you were to try to use, like, I'd say if you use black ink on these projects, they wouldn't have come out as nice. But because I'm using colors that coordinate, that's why they come out nice. I hope that's centered, because I can't really see. Ooh, nice. Okay. So that was Thinking of You. I'll do it again, since I have a couple of these circles. I'm going to get up on my tippy toes and look straight down. Nice. Okay, both came out. Ah, I like that one even better. All right, so now Thinking of You is done. And then we need one of the ones that say, celebrate, celebrate, dance to the music. We need this one, this round one. And we're going to put that, see, it's going to go on this circle here. We're going to put that down here. There's a little bit of stuff on that one. We're going to flip it over. Tap, tap, tap. Nice. If you can't see that, I'm just testing it on there. My advice when you're using two colors of your stamping is always do your outside one first. Because, like, if you can't center it, you just flip it over, and then if not, try again. Hence the extra circles. This stamping block has something on it, so it's kind of hard to see through it, so it's kind of hard to center. This is like when someone gives you a personalized stamping block, it's very pretty and you're very happy, but then you're like, I can't see it through it as well. I need to get more stamping block Ds. You can see I have 3 of them, but they're already full. That's the stamping block I use the most. I'm just doing an extra one in case we mess up the cupcake, right? We have extras. Nice. That one came out nice. Now we're going to do the cupcake in the inside of the one, and the Thinking of You we'll do something else. What are we putting in the inside of that one? Oh, today. We're putting today and then the little sun part. So now we need a cupcake with the Lost Lagoon. I'll put those over there for now. All right, Lost Lagoon's cupcake. Okay, stick the cupcake on the stamping block. Tap, tap, tap. Nice. Let's see. I'm going to put it like that. Celebrate, celebrate. So that the top of the cupcake's pointing at the little dot. You see? Like that. Oh, that came out nice. Okay, so we have one good one. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one while I'm here. Just because it's easy to make extra cards. I already have a lot of extra card pieces made, so may as well make extra cards. Put that over there. And this one's not so bad. It's okay. And I still like my first one, but we still have it done. Okay, so now this one is the one we're going to use. And now we need to get the thank you. And that is going to be inside. Oh, no, not thank you. Today. We need today. Because it says Thinking of You today. We're going to have to start evicting stamps off their stamping blocks. You are evicted. You are hereby evicted off your stamping block. And we're going to go like that. Okay, see how juicy that side of the ink pad is? I'm trying to find a less juicy side. Oop. Hope that didn't get on there. Okay. Well, it is what it is. It's just going to be juicy. I'm just going to go ahead and do these while I'm here. This is a new ink pad, I think. So it's like as I get to use my ink pads, they'll get better as they dry out. Sometimes they're a little too juicy. Okay, we're done with that color. And then we need some crushed curry for our little sun rays. Okay, nice. I like that one so far, the best one. We're going to put that. Yeah, I think I like this one. We're going to go with that one, and we'll put these two over there. So, but we have extras. See, it's always good to have extras. Make them at the same time. And now we need to make ourselves a little banner. Thinking of you today. So we just want the banner to be longer than this little piece, but not as long as the card. So you're just going to kind of snip your banner. See how I kind of went along where the dots are? All right, so now we need to go, maybe that's a good size. I'm going to try with these dots. Oops, I went the wrong way. All right, sometimes it's easier to put this there to go the right way. And now my banner's going to be kind of short, but that's all right because I'm going the right way. If you use the little scrap from the other side, you'll get the exact angle of your banner right on both sides. Oh, I like the size of that. It came out good. Just little tricks for you. Okay, come on, glue. So again, you see how these flowers, these ink botanical flowers are going in a horizontal pattern. Make sure your flowers aren't upside down when you do that part. See, there's a little pattern back there. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of putting these dimensionals, a few of them under there for stability, but it also helps hold the banner in place, right? And then it also makes sure that this is stable. Thinking of you today. Drop that on there. I think it needs one more dimensional over there because it's droopy. Sticking one over that side. I guess I need one on this side if I'm putting on that side. Try 5 dimensionals. You can never have too many dimensionals on your projects. Except that one's like sideways up in the air. Now we're going to flip it over. All right, cool. So that's done. We just need some bling. Card number 3 and card number 4. We're going to finish up. Opening it that way. And we're going to put the celebrate on there. I'm just going to go ahead and add 4 of these. I'm just grabbing the rhinestone basic jewels now. That's what we're doing next. We're going to add rhinestones to our projects. That looks a little crooked to me, but I can't move it now. It is where it's at. It is where it's at. We don't worry about that. Let me put this over here. Now I grabbed a bag of bling that I was working on. I'm going to open this up and get some jewels out. So we need some rhinestone basic jewels. I'm just going to pop a few. Let's just kind of look at where I put them before. Maybe, I think I put them like this one. You can kind of put them in the center of the flowers, which is cute. And just, you know, that kind of makes it nice. All right. So just add a little bling to your cards. These are called champagne rhinestones, but you can use the rhinestone basic jewels. And done. We are done. Now let's do this one. This one had some bling right on top of the sentiment, which was nice. And one over there. Done. Okay, let's see. This one had a little bling up there. We'll just put one over there. And one down there. Done. Okay, some bling. 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 And there, that's how it's done. We did 4 cards, have all your pieces made, and you could have even made more at the same time. Circle sayings is very versatile. And then we have our other circle sayings cards. And that concludes all of the cards for this month's Card on Blue Card Club for the month of June. So now I'm going to show you what you're going to be using during the month of July. I allowed my Craft Card on Blue members to choose the stamp set for next month, and you guys chose Bird's Eye View. And each month I'm going to try to introduce you to different types of designer series paper. So as you see that we used over here, we used Countryside Inn and we used Ink Botanicals this month. So next month we're using the Earthen Textures designer series paper. Or is it called Earthen Elegance? Earthen, I'm going to look up what the name of that paper is. Here it is. Earthen Elegance. That's what it's called. Earthen Elegance designer series paper. That's next month's paper. And then that was this month's paper. That was this month's paper. And next month's paper is going to be, the other one was Masterfully Made. Look how cool that is. So I just designed with those, designing with those colors in mind. Here are your 2 birds wearing the glasses. So cute. This one has a monocle and the glasses. I'll show you how to color them. You'll get the pieces you need, the die cut pieces. And then here's some more. And these are the Masterfully Made cards. Okay, so that's Bird's Eye View. That's what we're making next month. And I'm going to do 2 and 2 again. I think that's a good pace because it allows me to work with those papers, cut everything, stamp, and color, because there's a lot of coloring. And then it allows me to work with a whole different color palette when I do the videos. So I'll have 2 videos each month. And always sign up by the 10th. You'll get your kit by the middle of the month, maybe 15th, 20th. And then you'll get and then the last week of the month, like I'm doing now, I'll do those videos for you. So I'm not promising any certain dates because I don't work that way. I'm just not one of those people that can schedule things the exact same time every month. But you'll always have your videos during the month, as long as humanly possible. All right, so that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, you missed seeing the plaid. Yeah, Lost Lagoon. Yeah, well, now you got it. Now you can find that piece you need. I like it, right? I like that piece of plaid behind there. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Linda, Anna. I appreciate you all. Have a great evening. That's all for now. This is the Papered Chef. Thanks, Phil.